Today I'd like to talk about subjectivity and the institutions that produce it. We each live within a context comprised of systems and codes. Let's call these codes institutions. These institutions inform our subjectivity through repetitive actions, engagements, and estrangements. I'm interested in the ways these systems are performed on us, the ways we internalize these systems, reperform them in our landscapes, and ultimately how we build perspectives to resist, co-opt, or work within them. When working in social critique, it is important to identify when topics feel actionable, meaning there is a general agreement on what the issue is, an understanding of what is at stake, and what endpoints are to be achieved. This is often the realm of social practice, producing measurable results and engagements within a fixed community to produce change. However, there are many conversations that are not yet actionable, meaning they require continued dialogue, involvement, examination, and lack a clear sense of what, if anything, is to be done. This is where I situate my work, in the affective and emotive spaces where institutions and personal experience reveal themselves as connected. My family immigrated to the United States from Chile in 1972, during the turbulence of Allende's government and just before the 1973 coup that brought Pinochet to power and placed Chile in a dictatorship until 1990. An estimated 35,000 people were tortured, executed, or disappeared, including 2 members of my grandmother's family who were kidnapped and held for several months. Roughly 200,000 people suffered in exile. My family was not political. They knew a small handful of relatives in Connecticut and moved there with tourist visas good for several weeks. Not speaking the language, my grandfather began working 3 jobs to support his wife and their 6 children. He was reported within the year as being undocumented. Rather than face deportation to a dictatorship, they fled overnight to Miami, where they continue to live today, and where I was born, all of mixed legal status. My grandfather died in 2011. In 1991, he sat down to write this letter to his family while my grandmother was away. February 4th, 1991. For Nancy and the whole family. Wife, mother, number 1 grandma, my loving and adoring wife. In these moments of time and distance, it makes me feel and think how much I love you, and how much I've been a fool in my ways, with shouts and bad manners, my temper for 30 years. Forgive me. I have never been romantic, and this will not happen anymore. I was looking at the photo albums. I thank you for having given me 6 children, of which I am very proud to see them grown and with families. This is only possible with your great effort, love, and sacrifice. It is repeated again with our grandchildren. If one day you are all together, I will tell you all, give thanks to your mother, that you are now educated with decent jobs. Our economic situation has never been good. If not for your mother, who always worried about your studies, going to your schools, and speaking with your teachers, if not for this, you all would have been working in factories. If one day I do not have work because of layoffs, I will get paid unemployment some months. In the meantime, I will be filling out the application for disability. But first, I need to know what benefits I will have. Medicaid, weekly checks, food stamps. I cannot accept jobs for less than what I am paid now, because retirement pays a percentage of the final salary paid the last 5 years. I would lose money in the future. Nancy can retire at 62 or 65 years of age. They will give her a retirement similar to mine. Do not worry. We will never be a burden to you all. Note, try to do family reunions in someone's house or in a park, like the TV show, 8 is Enough. For everyone, I ask you a favor, that you invite your mother to your houses for breakfast or dinner. It is not necessary to do special things, only that attention is paid to her. I do not think it's necessary to have an appointment to visit you all at your home, nor you at our home. In our house, there is always food for everyone at any time. Attention, Jorge, Elizabeth, Jessica, Jacqueline, Marilyn, Danny. I thank you for having studied, having a good education. Everything will be much easier for you in finding your own place and for your children. Your economic situation will be better. Try between your families to get together, big and small, to make meals and have reunions with each other, each person contributing their part. I have more time to be with Nancy. I feel good and more calm by her side. What I feel is that I'm sick. 8 times in the hospital, 1 time each year. She suffers very much with these problems. For 8 years, our economic situation has been up and down. Note, this is for everyone in the family. You all must care for your mother, if only to greet her, call her on the phone, at home, or at work. There are people who call only when they need something. This must stop, and have more respect for your mother. Try to have family reunions, everyone together having conversation, your children playing with each other. When you come to our apartment, your mother has everything ready in the kitchen. Only you should tell your mother to sit, that you will serve yourselves food and put everything on the table. After, wash the dishes and leave the kitchen clean. You are all grown. Do not treat your mother like an employee. She is tired with these many years of work. Try to do family reunions. All the brothers and sisters get together with your children, husbands and wives, so the children can play with each other. You all have seen 8 is Enough on TV. It is a good movie. Make sure each person puts in their share to make food. Jorge, you were the first to be born. You have not had the same luck as your brothers and sisters. You married very young and never listened to your parents. Now try to come invite your mother to your house, converse with her. You have separated yourself from the family, and this makes your mother suffer. We are not to blame for your problems. You have found them yourself. We are not going to ask for anything, don't worry. Call your mother on the phone and greet her in the morning or evening. Ask her how she was doing. This is what makes her feel happy, that her son has not forgotten her. It is not necessary to do this every day. Teach Cindy and Georgie and the whole family to be more unified as a family. That you, your spouses, and children call your mother or grandmother. Converse with her on any topic. I want that your children speak with their grandmother. Jorge, try to do reunions with the family, with your brothers and sisters, husbands, wives, and children, that your children play and talk and know each other. This doesn't cost anything, with each person doing their part to make the family dishes. Remember this. Always in a family get-together, each person should wash or contribute their part. Only what is needed, not in excess. This is the best system to not have problems and to always be well received by everyone. Jorge, we, your mother and I, have tried to take Cindy to the movies or anywhere else she wants to go, but she always says she is busy and has everything scheduled for the week. I think that having some time to be with us is not asking a lot. You have taught her to be an American. You have not taught the family and children to have good manners with their elders. The grandchildren should be with their grandparents some of the time. This is part of learning and being with the family. Husbands and wives should work full time in order to have a better economic situation so that your children lack for nothing and to be able to have a better education in the future. This will help you avoid the familiar problems we have had and become people who have everything. You should work day and night. Both men and women should work. This is what the rich do. What is the difference between us and the rich? Have we not done the same as them?